Hello students, exercise 13.3 we are going to complete today chapter number 13. First four problems I already sent you in my previous video. Now in this problem number 5. A container is shaped like a right circular cylinder. See, there is one container and this container is like a cylinder. The diameter is 12 centimeters, so the radius is 6 centimeter and the height is 15 centimeter. Now this container is filled with ice cream. It's full of ice cream. It is very critical to talk about the ice cream in the court, but it is full of ice cream, and this ice cream is to be served in the form of cones having the hemispherical top like this. In this type of cones we have to serve the ice cream. So we have to find out that how many persons can be served with this ice cream, where it is to be filled in the cone plus we have to make a toppings also. Now here the height of the cone is 12 centimeter. This height is 12 centimeter, please, and the radius is 3 centimeter. This is 12 centimeter, this height is 12, and means it is to be, the cone is little bigger. This cone is little bigger, 12 centimeter hai or 3 centimeter hai. So now number of cones which can be filled equals to volume of cylinder upon volume of one cone with the hemispherical top. So what is the volume of cone? What is the volume of cylinder? Means the volume of ice cream in the cylinder is pi r square h. Pi r square h. We keep it like this only. Now here the second part is, you can simplify also. If you simplify, okay, keep it like this only. Then the volume of cone with hemispherical top वो होगा 2/3 pi r cube, that is the upper part, plus 1/3 pi r square h. Here it is 1/3 pi r square, we can take common, then it is 2r plus h. So if you put the datas, it is 1/3 pi, r is 3 into 3, 2 into 3 plus h is 12. So this 3 and this 3 cancelled here. And here, please see, it is 6 plus 12, 18. 18 into 3. So it is 54 pi. 54 pi is the volume. And you see this part. So what will be the number of cones now? And putting this data in the formula, the volume is pi into 6 into 15, and this is 54 pi. So pi and pi cancel. It is 6 9 ja and 3 2 ja and 3 3 ja and 3 5 ja. So answer is 10. So we can fill how many cones? 10 cones. That is once more the volume of cone plus the volume of cylinder upon volume of cone with the hemispherical top. So the answer of this part is 10 cones, means we can fill 10 cones. Yes, dear students, now problem number 6. It is not very complicated problem. It is very simple. How many silver coins? How many silver coins of diameter 1.75 centimeter and thickness 2 mm must be melted to form a cuboid whose length, breadth and height is given? Means by melting the coins we have to make a cuboid. So how many coins are required? Like silver coins we are melting and we are making a cuboid. Cuboid means like a brick here. So simply the volume of cuboid divided by volume of cone. It is not very complicated sum for understanding. So the volume of cuboid is 5.5 into 10 into 3.5 into 10 into 3.5. Here the important part is that a coin is actually a cylinder and the thickness is the height and radius is 1.75 upon 2. 2 mm is the thickness. So in the case of coin, the thickness will be the height and the diameter will make the half of this. And cone is a cylinder. So the formula is 22 upon 7, 1.75 ka square into 2 by 10. 2 mm thickness. So it is 2 by 10. Yes? And now I am leaving it for you. If you simplify this part, you will get the answer 400 coins. And I think it is not required to explain you in this that how to cancel all these and how to simplify. That part I am leaving for you. You please try this part and you can. Only the important thing I want to tell you here is the coin is a cylinder. It is not the circle or it is not a sphere. It is a cylinder. And the thickness of the coin, that is 2 mm, that will be the height and the diameter is already given. So that was the important part for which I have included this sum. Yes, dear students, a very interesting part. In this sum, there is a cylindrical bucket. The height is 32 centimeter and the radius is 18 centimeter. It is full of sand. Now this sand is poured from the height. You know, when we pour the sand from the height, a conical heap will form. So this is a heap of the sand, conical, and its height is 24 centimeter. It is given in the sum that the height is 24 centimeter when the full sand is poured from here. So now I am removing this part. The cylinder is empty. Yes. So we can say that the volume of cylinder is equal to volume of cone. Volume of cone is 1 upon 3 pi r square h. Volume of cylinder is pi r square h. Here the radius is different and the height is different. So this pi and pi cancel here. Now 1 upon 3 r square into 24. It is given already. The height is 24. Here the radius is 18 into 18 into 32. Here if you cancel it, it is 8. So r square is 8r square is 18 into 18 into 32. And if you cancel, this will be 4. So r square is 18 into 18 into 2 into 2. It is not required to multiply and then taking the square root. I am making it little easy. So it is, the r will be 18 into 2. So answer is 36 centimeter. Now we have to find the slant height. Please see a very important operation here. The slant height is h square plus r square. So the height of the cone is 24 ka square. And the radius is 36 square. Please observe here a very important operation. One method is that you multiply them, add them and then take the square root. One method you see, my method, a trick I must say, from these two you take 12 square common. Now when you take 12 square common, it is 2 square plus 3 square. 12 square we have taken common, so 2 square and 3 square. Now this 12 square you can write outside and it will be 12. And here 4 plus 9. So answer is 12 root 13 centimeter. Please study this now. Here from these two I have taken 12 square common. So it is 2 square and this is 3 square. 2 square is 4 and this 12 square, when we bring out from the root sign, square root of 12 square is 12. So and this part is 13. If you apply this method, you will get the answer very fast. This is the most important step in this one. Next problem. Yes, dear students, I have written few steps here to explain you. The water in a canal, there is a canal and the width of the canal is 6 meter and the depth of the water is 1.5 meter. And the water is flowing in the canal at the speed of 10 km per hour. Now 10 km per hour means in 1 hour's time, whatever water is available up to 10 km, that will come in the field. That will be poured in the field indirectly. So when if the speed is 20 km, more water will come. Here the depth and the width of the canal is fixed. If you want more water, the parameter which is changing is the speed here. Now this water is poured in a big field and everywhere 8 centimeter water is present in the field here, standing water. So the height of the water is 8 upon 100 meter. We have to find out how much area is there, means how much area is irrigated by the canal in 30 minutes. So you see, the area irrigated is equal area irrigated into 8 upon 100. Why 8 upon 100? Because 8 is centimeter. So we can write here A into 8 upon 100. Now the water flows through the canal in 30 minutes. The width of the canal is 6. The depth is 1.5. And in 30 minutes, the speed is 10 km. So how much water will be poured here? It will be at a distance of 10 upon 2 km. That is 5 km. 5 km means 5,000 meters. So write here 5,000. This concept is very, very important. How it is 5,000? 5,000 means in 1 hour it is 10 km. So in 30 minutes it is 5 km. And we will convert into the meter because this is also in meter, this is also in meter and this is also in meter. So what will be the area now? The area is 6 into 1.5 into 5,000 into 100 divided by 8. Yes, and dear students, I hope it is not required to explain you that how to simplify this. This answer, if you simplify, it is 56200 meter square. And if you know it is a big area, so if you want to convert this into the hectares, then divide it by 10,000, because in 1 hectare 10,000 meters are there. So 56.25 hectare is the answer for this. You can write your answer in meters also. Okay, both are correct here. So that much area will be irrigated by the canal in 30 minutes. That is the answer of this sum. Yes, now the last problem of chapter number 13. A canal is flowing and according to the sum, the speed of the canal is 3 km per hour. Now from this canal, one connection is taken here through a pipe. Yes, and the diameter of the pipe is, please see the data nicely, the diameter of the pipe is 20 centimeters. So what is the radius? 10 centimeters. Now this pipe is connected to a cylinder. The height of the cylinder is 2 meter and the diameter of the cylinder is 10 meter, means the radius is 5 meter. The canal is flowing, one connection is taken from the canal through a pipe of radius 10 centimeter and this water is poured in a tank. The tank is 5 meter in the 10 meter in the diameter, so 5 meter is the radius and the depth is 2 meter. We have to find out that how much time this pipe will take to fill the tank. So the time taken to fill the tank is volume of the tank pi r square, and the volume of water flows in 1 hour. Now the volume of the tank is pi r square h, and the water flows is pi r square, that is area of the cross section of the pipe into the distance in 1 hour. So this pi and pi cancel. What is the radius here? 5, and it is 5, and the height is 2. Now the radius of the pipe is 10 centimeters. So we write 10 upon 100 into 10 upon 100 into the distance covered in 1 hour. It is 3 kilometers. So we can convert this as 3000 meter. So here this 0 and this 0 cancel, and these two zeros with these two zeros. So the answer is, please see, 50 upon 30 or 5 upon 3 hours, or it can be 1 hour and 40 minutes. 5 upon 3 you can convert, you can multiply this, so it is 100 minutes. So 100 minutes can be written as 1 hour and 40 minutes. So in 1 hour and 40 minutes time, this tank will be filled. So here, this formula is very important. It is pi r square, that is the area of cross section, and then the distance covered in the given time. Suppose we have to find out how much water will be poured in 30 minutes, then you take here it is half an hour. And in that case, the distance will be half. So in this way, you can find the volume of water received through a pipe, where the speed is the important concept in this. So these type of sums are important from examination point of view. Please revise these nicely. Thank you.